Hey, what is going on, guys? Today I am sharing with you my top 5 best Assetto Corsa track mods for the month of October. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the month again, and it is great to be back, ladies and gentlemen. We have 5 super unique tracks for some more rural European tracks, Formula 1 tracks. We have something for everyone on this list, so enough rambling, let's get right into it. Actually, pause real quick. I'm just gonna overlay this at the start of the video. Go follow my Instagram and my Twitter. The link is in the description below. And if you'd like to join my league, Real Life Esports, we're gonna be starting up our Road to West series, which will be LMP3 and GT3 cars, multi-class racing, 7 rounds over 7 weeks. It should be very fast-paced fun. So join up to the league, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. Number 1 on the list is Bilster Berg. This one is in Germany, in Durberg, I think that is. This 4.2 kilometer twisty, tight, more grassroots track day type track is a super fun, fast, flowy track with a lot of elevation change as well. I was in the Porsche Group C car. I think that's a Group C car, I'm pretty sure. GT1 car. Sorry, I know motorsports. If you like hot lapping and some lower powered stuff, or maybe you like to race Mazda MX-5s, I've been doing that a lot actually recently. I think it's super fun. This is going to be a track that is going to be an amazing addition to your collection. This one, if you want to know if it's good or not, was made by Fat Alfie and Legion. Fat Alfie is the one who makes the amazing pre-war tracks for Assetto Corsa, and Legion, I think we all know what Legion is. Modding team, they do conversions and stuff like that, and super high quality tracks and cars. So this is an amazing track, and I highly recommend you give it a download. Link in the description below. Number 2 on the list, we actually have a fictional track, which I don't normally cover fictional tracks on these videos or at all because I don't personally really enjoy them. I like to have real tracks that are really real and you could go drive in real life if you wanted to, just because it's, you know, it's a sim, it's more realistic. But I could not leave this one out because 1, the game it came from, and 2, just how fun of a track layout it is. This is Blackwood GP from Live for Speed. If you don't know what Live for Speed is, it is a early 2000s sim racing game. Basically kind of paved the way for R Factor 1, just not as moddable and stuff like that, but still some really good graphics for its time. It came out in 2002, so it's a game that definitely does not show its age as much, or does not look as old as it actually is, and it does definitely not drive as old as it is. Let's talk about the track, though. Blackwood GP, 3.3 kilometers in its base layout, super long, fast back straight to really open up your cars, and some really tight, twisty, flowing sections. And overall, it's just a super fun track. I highly recommend you give this one a download, especially in like Mazda MX-5s and your cup cars and things like that. This one is going to be super fun. And even if you're not a fan of like fantasy tracks, highly recommend you check this one out because trust me, it is really fun. And that is coming from someone who doesn't normally like fantasy tracks. You can find this one in the link in the description below. Number 3 on this list is Sportsland SUGO. If you don't know, this track is a Japanese track in Miyagi Prefecture. I think I said that right. I hope I said that right. But this track, if you know Super Formula, Super GT, anything like that, this track is a host to those races, and this mod in Assetto Corsa represents it very well, and it's also just a very fun track. 3.7 kilometers make up this fast and flowing track. There aren't really any hairpins on this circuit. I guess the slowest corner would, kind of be like turn 4, but maybe turns 5 too. But overall, it is just all like very flowy, very fast. Not much overtaking to do here in like super Formula cars especially, but especially if you're into hot lapping, this one is going to be one you're going to want to check out. This one is made by Main King TS on Race Department, and it is the highest quality Sportsland SUGO. It has grass FX, rain FX, everything you need to make Assetto Corsa run well and be up to date in 2021. This thing has, and the other ones don't actually because they're a little bit older. So yeah, super cool to have this amazing Japanese circuit. And if you've been running out of tracks to throw your RSS Super Formula around, this one will be a welcome addition. You can find it in the link in the description below. Number 2 on the list, we have Croft Circuit. This British track from North Yorkshire is a 3.4 kilometer club track. So this one is going to be kind of equivalent to like, I don't know, man, Donington Park, or maybe more like Brands Hatch actually, except it's even smaller than Brands Hatch in terms of like facilities, but that's beyond the point. At first, when you look at its layout, it looks pretty simple and not really like interesting or fun, but trust me, it is a blast, especially in my favorite car actually to drive around this track, the Praga R1. Super fun, especially with the downforce. There are so many like flat corners that you can take here, and even if you can't, just trying to push the limits on this track is so fun. And I had never even heard of this track before, so when I stumbled on this one on Race Department, it was amazing. This one is brought to us by Feels 3, Terra 21, and Jim Lloyd. You probably know at least 2 of those names, I assume, Terra 21 and Jim Lloyd. So this, as you can imagine, is super high quality as well. And 3.4 kilometers of British club racing goodness. I don't know how many of you guys have driven the Praga R1 and Assetto Corsa. Probably a lot more people recently because of like Jimmy Broadbent and stuff like that. But if you haven't yet driven the Praga R1 and Assetto Corsa, it's been a while, download this track and hop in the Praga. You will not regret it. You can find this one in the link in the description below. And finally, number 1 on this list isn't actually a standout track mod in terms of like quality, but I assume in the coming weeks with the real-life Mexican GP going on, I assume that this thing is going to get updated with all the new skins, track updates, just to bring it up to 2021 Assetto Corsa standards. This is the Mexican Grand Prix circuit, or Autódromo Hermanos Rodríguez by ORSW. 4.3 kilometers of Mexican GP goodness. If you're an F1 fan, you know this track by name. It decided the 2018 Formula One World Championship. Of course, Lewis Hamilton edging out Sebastian Vettel in the end. And overall, the Mexican GP has played host to some fantastic races and some fantastic crashes as well over the years. And I'm actually super looking forward to this one because I think the atmosphere with Checo in the Red Bull, imagine he can pull off a win, man. That would be insane. But beyond talking about the upcoming GP, this track is very high quality. It's not perfect quality. It's probably about like 2017 Assetto Corsa quality. But again, as I said, it will be updated, and there's already some updates for the track out there on Race Department now. The one I have is the crowd update to get the spectators in the stands, and it just makes the track feel a lot more lively and also a lot better. This is going to be one, of course, if you follow F1, you're going to want to be hot lapping all of this upcoming week for race week, so download it if you haven't already, and get to hot lapping, man. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. If you guys did enjoy, a like and a sub would mean a lot. We are on the road to 2K. Our goal is to hit it by the end of 2021, and I think we can do it, so get subscribed, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, join the league, Real Life Esports, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one, guys.